Good evening, guys, and welcome back to Coritiba in Brazil, where things are not so great as they were, so let's just say 2 episodes ago. And although we have been doing okay, it's not been making me happy. As you can see, we are still top of the league. We've played 26. Good evening, Stefan. How are you, my friend? We've played 26 and we have got 62 points from our 26 games. Our goal difference is hugely better than anybody else in the league. More than double goal difference than our nearest rivals. And the biggest worry that I have looking at this is Atlético Mineiro. We are 7 points clear of Internacional and we are 8 points clear of Atlético Mineiro. But Atlético Mineiro have 2 games in hand on us. And although they've got to win those 2 games, there's every chance they're going to do that. We, on the other hand, have had a very, very poor run of form and are struggling at the moment. If we look at Atlético Mineiro's form, then we will be able to see what we're talking about here. And their recent form is just amazing. And that's why they've come from nowhere. Because previous to that, they were a mid-table team. They were struggling. But out of nowhere, they've come from nowhere. And if they beat us today and they win their 2 games in hand, they could probably go top of the league. And I don't want that to happen. Having come 3rd in the league last year, I want to win it. And I also want to win this cup competition as well. And we're going to play tonight. The first game is against Botafogo, who ordinarily we'd walk over. But in the first leg, we only managed to draw 3-3. So this is a big game. We have to win this. A draw is not going to be enough. We have to win it. And then we'll have the game against Atlético Mineiro, and we have to win that too. We have to take the wind out of their sails. And if we look at what's been going on, and all this happened around the time of the update, and it's very similar to what happened at Juventus, and it pretty much cost me the quarterfinal of the Libertadores. Internacional, we have such a good record against them that I can't believe that we lost that. And we also lost to Flamengo in the middle. And so we did recover a little bit after that, although only just. Cruzeiro was the craziest game I've witnessed in a long time. And we somehow managed to beat them 5-4. But it was a win, and a win is a win. We then had that 1-1 draw, 3-3 draw against Botafogo, and I'm starting to think this is Juventus all over again. CRB, we walked over them, 4-0. Hi, Eric, I'm good. How are you doing, my friend? And we walked over them. That was kind of a little bit of a surprise. They are a poor team and we should have beaten them. But given the form we were in, I was surprised that we actually got that. I think that these are teams that we should have been beating anyway. And I think because Juventus is a different kettle of fish, these games have not been so harsh on us because we are a much better team than they are. So with that in mind, I have a funny feeling that the worst is yet to come. And we have these 2 games, and they are big games. So I've decided to change the tactic, and I've gone back to the go for the jugular. And I don't know whether it's the right thing to do or whether it's the wrong thing to do. But we should be beating Botafogo. And something has gone on, and I don't exactly know what it is yet. In terms of injuries, we're doing all right. We've got Jesus Abba. He is out with sprained knee ligaments. He's going to be out, I guess, 3 weeks more, taking us towards the end of the season, but he will be back at some point before the end of the season. And so as we've gone to 4 at the back, that isn't a big issue for us. Although what is an issue is that some of the team are still very, very tired. As you know, in Brazil, games come thick and fast, and there's no rest for the wicked, and they are getting very, very tired. So there's a number of players who we've had to leave out. A number of players who are just coming back to fitness and who are not ready yet. But I still believe this is still a good team. If we look at our average ratings, you can see this is a good team. And top of the charts in terms of goals is Pineda. He has 27 goals from his 32 appearances. And then, of course, Kumalo, 36 appearances, 23 goals and 9 assists. Top class players. They're just not playing for me at the moment. We do know that the dressing room is unhappy, and this is all to do with Helinho. Yeah, very offensive tactic, Eric. God, go for the jugular. And yeah, there are 8 players apparently who are unhappy for various reasons, but a lot of them got unhappy when Helinho got unhappy. As a result, I've placed Helinho on the transfer list. I'm not putting up with him anymore. And his response to being transfer listed was, well, I'm quite happy to go. Because he's not getting the start times that he wants. And I can't have players in the squad who are going to cause problems. And as good a young player as he is, if he's going to cause problems, I'm better off without him. So he has been transfer listed. And now hopefully the rest of the team can get on with their jobs. He is going to play today, however. I am going to trust him to play a role for me until he is transferred, until somebody comes in with a bid. He's only worth about 2.8 million, so it should be a done deal soon as the transfer window opens. So he is going to get his chance, but I do have on the bench plenty of players who, if he isn't playing very well, he's not focused, then I can replace him. So we're going to have Raphael William in goal. I still don't know whether William or Gabetti is the best goalkeeper. William is up and down like a bride's nightie. Gabetti is not as good, but more consistent. Raphael William is wanted. So possibly we might sell Raphael William, and that will open up the space for Gabetti. He's probably, I don't know, although he's not favoured by the coaches, he's probably favoured by me rather than William. I think they're about the same, but he's a little bit more consistent. So William will start, and then Flamenco Heidegger, who also is transfer listed, he's not happy either, but I have very tired centre-backs and injured centre-backs, so he has to play. I did consider playing Marcos, but he is not really playing very well at the moment. So Marquinhos is going to come in and get a chance. He's a young boy, deserves a chance. And then Raquelme, who's in the better form of the two left full-backs. And then in midfield, we've got Naldi and Helinho. I do know that Maxi Alves is about to return to fitness. Redondo is a little tired at the moment, so Redondo gets a break. So when Redondo and Maxi Alves are back, we'll be a much better team in midfield. Kumalo, Aguilera, on their day, probably the best players that I have. And then Perotti and Pineda up front. That's how we're going to line up. These are two very, very big games. Botafogo, I want to win this cup. No excuses. And I don't want any slip-ups, which is why I've decided it's time to change the tactic. So we will just go to the team meeting. I'm not making any changes, really. And we'll leave it at that. And we're going to go with this. And it's a game we should be winning. Botafogo are not a great team. We are much better in terms of a team. My international also is playing Botafogo. All right, okay. Is that in the semi-final of the cup as well, Stefan? And let's... Oh, wait, I'm just going to check my preferences because I have been playing matches myself. So we'll check. Yeah, they're all right. And then we will go to the game and hopefully... Oh, that's league stuff, is it? This is a really, really tough league in Brazil, Stefan. It's very tough. And like the number of games we've played, I think we've played about 50 games already. And there's just no break, even during the main transfer window. You get no break. You're straight into the next competition. It's tough. It's really tough. And the expectations are high. And I think we do need to tell them we are favourites here. But I trust you that you will do the job. And I just need one more thing, because my assistant will do this recklessly. He will change his instructions. And so we have to keep an eye on him. So off we go. The semi-final of the Brazilian Cup. Are we out of this cup as well as the Libertadores, or are we going to turn things around today? Time will tell. The next 90 minutes will tell. Botafogo are not much of a team at all. And I don't know what the game is doing at the moment, but it's certainly not favouring me, despite the fact that we are better than the teams we're playing. And I just want to look. No, we're not getting stuck in, so that shouldn't be an issue. I just wondered if I'd read somewhere that they were not very good at tackling, and I decided to get stuck in, but I obviously hadn't. So we just need to focus on scoring goals. Like that one! And Kamalo has made it 1-0. And oh boy, Kamalo, what a superstar he is. He's not easy to keep at the club. And I've had this trouble wherever I've been, in South Africa and here. Everybody wants to buy Kamalo. And it is 1-0. And so you get a great player going, and whoops, he's gone to Europe. Absolutely right, Stefan. Like just talking about Kamalo. Everybody wants to go to Brentford. Kamalo wants to go to Brentford. I have no idea why. But that's where he wants to go. And I've managed somehow to hold on to him, mostly because Brentford don't have enough money to pay the 20-something million that I want for him. So it is a nightmare holding on to them. But we are a goal up here, which means we are ahead in the tie. And I don't mind them playing it around there, the chances of them making. These two are very close together. Are they best buddies or what? We need to sort that out. I don't want them being that close together, which means they're not doing a job somewhere else. And we need to get the ball, which would be a good start. We need to get our foot on the ball. But here come Botafogo. I remember when I started this save. Oh my good Lord, William, what are you doing? You should have just caught that. I remember when I started my save in Brazil. The first time I've ever managed in Brazil is this year. I just had no idea who these teams were. And when I was getting to the match, I couldn't remember who I was playing against. But now I'm a little better at knowing who the teams are. I'm also a little better at knowing who their dangerous players are. And there's a guy called Barca who always causes me problems. I would like him in my team. I think he plays for Internacional. He's a very, very good left wing back. Always causes me problems. And it's been a good start, but we need to get the ball. We're not controlling the ball very well, but Pineda's done very well there. Nice pass inside. Aguilera can't get his foot through it. But looking at it so far, we're in control of the game, and Raquelme couldn't put it away. I love these highlights. Is there a way that you can turn this commentary off? Because these remarks that they make down here are really silly remarks. Is there a way? Does anybody know if you can turn that off? Because I don't know if you can. I have looked, but I can't see it. But here we go again. Pineda bringing the ball forward. Let's get into space. Lovely pass. Kamalo's in. Kamalo can't put that one away this time. He's such a good player, Kamalo. He made his debut for me in Sundowns at 15 years of age, just before he was 16. And he's now, I think he's coming up, he'll be 20 very soon. And that's why it feels like, to me, he's been around forever. But he's such a good player, and he's got so much development left that he can still become an even better player. He probably does need to go to Europe to fulfill his potential, but not on my watch. You stay here, boy. And we are starting to control the game a little bit better. That was a poor pass. And Kamalo's never going to win that in the air. He's tiny. He's just a tiny boy. 5'5", I think he is. And we need to win this ball. Nicely done. Perotti, come on. Show what you can do, Perotti. I remember I bought him when I first moved to Coritiba. He was one of the first signings that I made. He was here on loan. And then I bought him. It broke the club record signing. Never fulfilled what I wanted him to do. Although he's a useful player to have coming off the bench. So at the moment we are 1-0 up. It's not enough, of course. And I think I'll give them a shout and encourage them a little bit. Come on, boys, come on. And let's get this second goal. Nobody's really causing us any problems, as far as I can see, looking at their shooting. Only Erison has had a shot. So not really bothering us that much, although they do pass the ball around nicely. But we really need to be doing better. And if we're not getting shots on target, then there's something wrong. So we need to try and figure out what it is. Although my instructions to them don't seem to be making any difference at this point in time. Might change in a couple of games' time, but whatever I do to change things doesn't seem to be having any effect. So I'm just hopeful that they will just go and get the win anyway. Oh, Kamalo has missed an open goal there. Absolute idiot. I do want to tell a couple of players not to be so aggressive. We don't want any red cards. So we'll just get them to ease off the tackles a little bit. Not that they will listen to me, but hopefully we won't get a red card. And we should win this ball. Nicely done. Kumalo tracking back. You can see by his frame on the pitch how tiny he is. He looks like a little schoolboy in there. He's just a tiny guy. It's quite funny, really. He is not far from being a little schoolboy. And we're in again. Pineda, go on, son. Offside. Unfortunately, it was given offside. We have Kumalo and Aguilera playing extremely well. The rest of them are doing okay, but one or two of them, like Flamenco, is not having a good game, so I need to demand more of him. When they get to a 6.5, the downhill slope from there seems to be quite rapid, so we'll buck him up a little bit, see if he responds. And Helinho, nicely done. Helinho, lovely pass to Pineda. Was he offside? Yes, he was. But nice to see that Helinho's decided he's not having a great game. I don't want to shout at him yet. He's on a 6.6. Should be doing better. Aguilera, offside again. My goodness me, we're getting offside a lot. Naldi is playing well. Naldi's a useful little player and has done very, very well. He's just a squad player, comes on now and again, fills in, does a good job for me, Naldi. And oh my lord, I thought they'd equalised. We do look vulnerable from the counter-attack. And I'm wondering if I should go down to maybe balanced, but then I'll have to change some of the attacking roles, so not going to do it yet. It's a game we should be winning, and we shouldn't be afraid of them. We should be winning this game, and easily. But I said that when we played the first leg, and we were poor. But the chips are down here, and they need to know. The chips are down now, and we need to be winning this. Flamenco has not improved, but we've got to half-time rather abruptly. And it is 1-0. And I think I'm going to say you're capable of even better. You have to step up, though. And get out there and do better. Nobody's playing that bad. The two players are Helinho and Flamenco that I really am a bit concerned about. And Helinho, I can understand he doesn't want to be here anymore. But he's still getting his wages paid, so he has to put in a shift. And if he doesn't, I'll have to take him off. And Naldi has the ball, looking for Marquinhos. Marquinhos has done very well. Young kid coming in, playing this very important game. Pineda's in, come on Pineda. He's not going to score from there. Just overran it a little bit. Flamenco looking inside. Helinho. No, there was nothing in that shot. And for such a good player, I'm disappointed in Helinho. Whether he's going to get his chance to go to Europe yet is debatable. He's not good enough, I don't think, for European clubs to be looking at him. But he would be in 2 or 3 years. And so I think he's doing this to himself. But we're still controlling the game from what I'm seeing. We're still in... We don't look vulnerable. Commentators curse. We just need that second goal. And Kumalo suddenly has decided he's going to be blazing things over the top. And they do look dangerous when they break. They do look very dangerous. I'm wondering if I should pull the line back at some point, because it is direct counter-attacks that they're launching. It might be an idea to pull the line back, defend a little deeper. But I also know of this team that their finishing is not very good, and we are seeing that. But our finishing is just as bad as theirs today. When you think about this team, has double the goal difference of any other team in the league. Why we go through these periods where we can't score a goal, I don't know. And that's hit the crossbar. It is going to go to right down to the 90th minute, this, isn't it? That's what it's doing. Right down to the 90th minute. And I'm just wondering if I should become a little bit more defensive, as we are not particularly great at what we're doing. I'm going to go down to balance, see what happens. And I think there's 1 or 2 of these boys have to come off. They have picked up a little bit, but not much. But we need to be better. I'm going to shout as well to all of them. I want more. 1 goal, as they should know, is never enough in FM. They need to get me goal number 2. I think Redondo, I get him to warm up now. He must be ready to come on now. And possibly we might bring Udair on as the right wing back. If we get the goal, they might be excused going off for a few minutes. But we need that goal, and it's just not coming. And there it is. Pineda has got it. It's 2-0. We are into the final by the look of it. And that is what I wanted. I needed, and changing the tactic has probably been a good thing. I needed to stop whatever might be going to happen. And I did suspect, given the results we've had previously against big clubs, that something was going to happen. So changing the tactic at this point has probably worked. I'm going to claim that as a credit for the manager. And well done, Pineda. Pineda's really got going now. If he can find a pass, he puts it out to Flamenco. Into the box, low into the box. He can't get it in quick enough. Go on, Helenio, do something. And it goes to Naldi, and it goes behind for a corner. Shall I take them off or give them? Naldi's having a great game. Helenio has improved. Flamenco hasn't improved and is tiring. Although Flamenco is playing better than he did in the first half. Kamalo, I'm a little bit annoyed with Kamalo because he's had several good chances. And a player, they're going to run at our defence. I'm astonished that my assistant manager has notices these things. I don't know how he notices. They're going more attacking. It is time for me to pull the line back a little bit. And the reason that I want to do that is just to give our players a little bit more time when they're receiving the balls. And I possibly am going to reduce the tempo at some time so that they get a little bit more time to distribute the ball. The high tempo is good for creating chances, but if it's a high tempo, then your defenders will make mistakes. So this is all balance again, balance of risk. Time to make some changes. Pressured by the feedback. Well, if you can't handle it, boy, you're coming off. Helenio has gone back again, pressured by the feedback. He's time for him to leave. Redondo can come in and do that job quite nicely. Raquelme, is he tiring a little bit? Perotti has not played particularly well, so now we'll leave it for now. I'm going to wait until there are really tired players. We'll leave it 10 minutes to see who really gets tired. And I will drop a little bit of encouragement to them. So I'm just going to watch my back line. And I can see they have players right on the shoulder of the back line. But it's whether or not now we've dropped it back far enough so that we can just do that, intercept stuff calmly and distribute it. Oh, referee, wasn't that a penalty? Looked like a penalty to me. So all I'm doing now is keeping an eye on tiredness. The game's in the bag. And we don't do anything silly, we're home and dry. Pineda, that wasn't the best of... What was he given there? Offside? I thought the goalkeeper saved that. So if we are imbalanced now, it means we're not attacking so much. More defensively orientated. And if we do pick the ball up here, then we can counter-attack while they're going forward. I think we've got this game. 70 minutes are gone. And despite the fact that I haven't really been impressed with how they've played, they've done enough. So hopefully this will be cup final. We'll have a cup final soon. The cup final is played over 2 legs, I think. Stefan, am I right? I think the cup final's played over 2 legs. So, which is very odd. Go on, Kamalo. Go on, son. He's running around like an idiot, Kamalo. Just pass it, son. It's probably maybe inexperience. Pass the ball. There's masses of space here. I'm going to bring him back to a support duty, given that that space was opening up behind us. I think the Copa Brazil, this tournament, the final is over 2 legs. I was in the final last year. I think we lost the final last year. That's why I really want to win it. I want to win the league as well. I want to do the double because we were 3rd in the league last year and I think we were runners-up in the cup. So I want them this year. One of them will be good. I'd like them both, though. Are we closing down well enough? Or do we need to come off that now? I think we'll just rely on the trigger press rather than counter press. Save some energy. I'm looking for players to come off. Kumalo probably. So let's make those changes now. Kamalo definitely needs resting. So I'm going to bring Kardec on for Perotti. Kamalo can have a rest. So Oliveira can come on for Kamalo. And one more, probably the wing back, but he's having an exceptionally good game. I don't want to take him off. We'll just leave one, just in case we have an injury. So let's go, boys. Let's see this out. Let's win this match. And I think the big game is to come. Atletico Mineiro. Lose that, then the title becomes not a certainty. Win that, and we will probably win the title. That's a foul, referee. What's he giving? Is he giving a red card here? Was only a pull? Oh, it's a yellow. He only pulled him back, ref. So, yes, my assistant did say before that change that Kumalo was very tired. He'd given his all. Oh, it's bobbling about, but we can't pick it up. We can't find the final touch. Come on, boys, let's make it 3. Let's put them to sleep. Redondo is a good player. He's been out injured. And so it's nice to have Redondo back playing for us. We've had a lot of injuries to key players. But this squad should be able to deal with that. But it's nice to start having them back. And Maxi Alves coming back. He's been a big miss. Maxi Alves. Having him and Redondo back in midfield would be awesome. Oh, and they've hit the bar. And we've managed to clear. This looks like something that I've done, so we're going to go back as we were. As I said, my instructions don't seem to be having any effect, so we'll go back to what it was before. Put the pressure on them. I'm not going to look after you guys because you can't handle it. I wonder if the game have actually tweaked the defensive stuff that you do when you're holding on to a game. Because in both saves, when I try to do that now, it just invites horrible pressure. So I wonder if they've tweaked that a little bit. We've clearly been the better team. We haven't had the possession. I said all along we didn't have the possession. And they are moving the ball quite quickly, so I'm going to tell my players to just slow the tempo down. Let's keep the ball. What was that, Stefan? Also a problem with possession. You're having problems with possession. Because I think they've made a lot of tweaks in this update that they haven't told us about. But this is going to plan. One more goal will be nice, boys. Just one more goal will be really nice. But they are definitely finishing the game better than we are. Offside given. So pushing the line back up was probably the right thing to do. Marquinhos has done very well. 6.9 for a young defender, centre-back. Responsible area of the pitch. He's done very well. He is going to be a good player, I think. In a couple of years, he'll be the next one the Europeans are trying to steal off me. So he will be a good player, though. And he probably, next season, he's going to get a lot more game time than he's been getting this season. I want him in the team at some point. Go on, Oliveira. He's another young kid who's going to get a lot more game time as well, Oliveira. And he will be hunted by Premier League clubs in the future as well. Absolutely, for sure. Go on, Pineda. That's my man. 3-0. That's what I wanted. A resounding success. We are into the final. And the final will probably be against Internacional again. We were expecting it. I'm pretty sure, though, we can beat Internacional. We have a good record against them. And if we can get morale up, then we should be able to beat them. Pineda, I want to sub him off. Shatin. But of course I can't sub him off until the ball goes out of play, can I? Are we going to make it 4? No, we're not. 4 probably would be a harsh result on the opposition. We haven't played that well. But I think we've done just about enough to sort possession out, though. What I should do is probably do some passing training with them. I'm not happy with the possession that we've had. Possibly the high tempo of the game is responsible, but they've had 51%, so they'd be happy with their possession. And that's it, that's full time. And we have beaten them by 3-0. And we're in the final, boys. We're in the final. I'm willing to bet it will be against Internacional. And they did us last time. I don't want them to do us again. Ah, there it is. Curitiba to play Internacional in the final. And yeah, it's over 2 legs because the first leg will be played at Curitiba. So we need to, and that's going to be when? 16th of September. Actually, it's very soon. It's the next game. What? Huh? How does that work? Yeah, it is. It's the very next game. We're not going to be playing Atletico Mineiro next. We are going to be playing the first leg of the final. This Brazilian schedule is nuts, I tell you. It's absolutely nuts. So we're going straight from the semi-final to the final. And we'll have... that means I'll have to come back here because we have to play... I'll play Atletico Mineiro and Internacional next. These games have no value in terms of watching after that. We just have to play through until we either win the title or it goes from our grasp. So I guess we'll have to come back the next time for these two games. These are the two biggest games now of the season so far. Keeps changing. So I do want to rest the players. And we will give them a day off. We can sit at home and play Football Manager. And then we will start the final. I'm wondering what injury I will get during this period. Because I've had a lot of players coming back. Too old. A lot of players coming back, but I haven't had an injury for a week or so now. 4-4-2. I do not like playing against 4-4-2. I do not like 4-4-2 at all. But they're saying they're not the greatest team. Defensively, they don't look like the greatest team. Their anticipation positioning is poor. Their marking is poor. They're not very brave. Attack-wise, we should have them beat. It's whether or not we can defend against them. But if we play to our potential, we should be beating this team. Attack-wise, I think we've got them beat. So I'm not going to change anything. Oh, there's the injury. It's Heidegger. It's just not really that big a deal. I wondered who the injury was going to be. It's a bit predictable, this game, at times. I'm just hoping we don't have another one, because sometimes you'll get two in that little gap. Maybe I should just give everybody the day off. Do not get out of bed. But they'll still find a way. They'll trip over the microwave or something. Shatin. Oh, my good gosh. I'm going to try and have a word with him. But, oh, he's been okay. There's no point in telling Helinho. And Flamenco, I think he needs to be told as well. I'm not very happy. So here we go. It's all changed. Here we are in the final. And we're going to play the first leg of the final. This has also all changed as well because it's now green. And that's nice to see for a change. This team was just winning everything that was put in front of it. And suddenly they stopped winning. And then things went wrong. And I absolutely agree with that team. The only thing I might not agree with is Galzara. Naldi is in super form at the moment. Maxi Alves is also fit. Galzara is also in a mood. But I think it's probably a good idea because he hasn't played for a couple of games. Hold a team meeting. What should I say, boys, in the team meeting? I think we'd get the best reaction from them, my assistant is saying, if we ease the pressure and say they're not expected to win. Should I go along with that? I think very very often it's a wise thing to say to them. You should be extremely proud of reaching the final. Nobody expects us to, anything of us now. Do yourself justice. I think that's probably the right thing to say. Yeah. Absolutely thrilled they are. Absolutely thrilled. He very rarely gives you the wrong advice when these team meetings go on. He very rarely gives you the wrong advice. It's all probably always a good thing to go along with what he says. However, there are one or two options that you can go for, and sometimes that makes a difference between them being very happy and delighted and being just satisfied. Too much to read through. I know, David, is a good lot. Team meetings are horrible. They're horrible things. And what's happened here? Atletico Mineiro, who were on 24 games just 3 days ago, have suddenly got 26 games. Where did they play? And they must have played here. They lost here. That's the first time they've lost for so long. So now they are 4 points adrift of us. How did their schedule work out, though? It's not them, is it? Atletico, it was 1-1. What happened with their schedule then? Well, they played 2 games in, but somehow they are now 4 points behind us, when I thought if they won their 2 games they'd be 2 points. Yeah, of course, yeah. Sao Paulo have appeared. It's going to get quite tight at the end, with still 12 games to go. Sao Paulo played 28. Internacional played 27. So some interesting results there. Read the function and not whole sentences. Give me an example, David. Give me an example of what you might read rather than the whole sentence. I'm always willing to listen to what people do. So, win and win expected. No expectations. No pressure. I agree with them. We should be beating them. I think we're a better team. And we should be beating them. But sometimes the should in this game. Encourage the team. Okay, yeah. So, rather than demand in a final, encourage them. And yeah, interesting. So here we go, the final first leg. No, I don't want to play cautious, and I don't want to drop deeper. If I just click on that, what does he mean, drop deeper? Nah, I'm not going to even think about it. We should be taking this game to them, and that's what we're going to do. We are the home team. I might start balanced. No, I'm not. I'm going to go positive. This tactic needs a positive approach. Let's not get nervous. The team I'm happy with. Flamenco I'm not too happy with. So Perez, who's on a 7.3, might be the best bet here. And just check the bench. Mustafa. He's on a 7. What's Marcos? Oi. Marcos is playing very well, Marcos. And Raquelme, and have I got another? And Flamenco. So I got plenty of... Has he left anybody on the bench who might be... No, we're good on the bench. And so it's time to go and play some football. The first leg of the Brazilian Cup final. Can we do it, boys? Can we do it? Come on. Would be lovely to lift a trophy again. I don't like that instruction. I never have. Never press. Go out and give these fans their money's worth. I trust you. So here we go. Another final. I've lost count of how many finals we've been in since I began this save. There's been a lot of them. And that's dreadful. Who was that? That's what I'm talking about. Get stuck in there, Pires. That was a dreadful pass. That was Galazara, and I was thinking he shouldn't be playing, wasn't I? I wonder if the computer does actually listen to you. Because he was the one I talked about, Galazara. They are dribbling a lot with this tactic, and I wonder if that's the best idea. Let me just click that off, see how it affects the dribbling. Probably not at all, from what I can see. But they are the better team at the moment. We've been a bit sloppy at the beginning. And it's showing that we are sloppy. The club is so out of touch. The board and the fans are so out of touch with... They're expecting a win, but the assistant manager's saying, no, we haven't got any chance. Tell them they're not expected to win. They are expected to win. Maybe I've made the wrong call there. I should have been saying something like, the fans expect you to win. Where is Barca? He's not playing today. They've rested him. And they've rested their other midfield player, Helzinho or something, who is a pest as well. So we need to keep an eye on this because it's not going to plan at the moment. It's over 2 legs though, so what might be in store is that we lose the first leg and win the second. You never know how this game's going to go. I just think up front we are as good as them, or better than them. We just need to get the ball up there. We need to get the ball to our front players. I'll be very surprised if this results in a goal, because it very seldom does with that kind of start to a highlight. That was dreadful. And who was that? I think it was Galazara again. Galazara's injured, no wonder. Yeah, I wanted to play Naldi, didn't I? That's why he's having such a poor game. He's injured. Come on then. I clicked OK, didn't I? It's not showing up on the team sheet. Come on, boys. Let's get a goal. There it is. It's Kamalo again. Leandro Kamalo has put us 1 up. Can we get Galazaro off, Mr. Assistant, please? Can we finally get him off the pitch? Is that possible? Kamalo again. What a man he is. He's just always in the right place at the right time. He's still on the pitch. There's something glitched here. Let's get him off. Thank you. Oh, perhaps we can have Naldi on the pitch now. And there he is, he's on the pitch. Come on, defend, defend. Defend for our very lives. They're not renowned for their pace, but they do have one or two dangerous players. Just need to just keep an eye. Oh, Galzaro is still on the pitch. Naldi is here. Get off. The game has glitched. Get him off. Keep him on. He started to play quite well now. Oh, almost 2-0. It says Naldi's on the pitch, but Galzaro's still there. And now, finally. Oh, boys, 1-0 is not going to be enough. You need more. Let's take advantage of being at home. But we're definitely the better team at the moment. They started better than us, but we've come right back into this game now. And I know our forwards are very good up there. If we play well, we can win this. If we don't, we're screwed. Pineda just fell over there. There's this running at defence. It's like an instruction I don't really like. It never plays out well on screen. Oh, boys. Own goal. Run at defence never actually plays very well on screen. They don't dribble very well in terms of the graphics. I don't know about the stats. Successful dribbles. Maybe we should have a stat up here. Successful dribbles. To see whether it's working or not. And that was just extremely poor. Extremely poor. And again. Extremely poor. Who was that? Kamalo this time. Well, just when we were taking over the game, we've given it back to them. Go on, Naldi. You're the man in form at the moment. The man definitely in form. Him and Kamalo. And I love the way he tracks back. He's all over the pitch, Kamalo. You often find him in the left back position. He does put in a shift. You can actually get it into the box. We've got a chance. But not like that, we haven't. Oh, what a chance. Who are the dangerous players? Barraza and Enrique. Might need looking at. Did one of those take the free kick? No. Barca is on the pitch now. Enrique. Hard tackle him and left foot. Yeah, we've done that already. And Barca, there's the boy. Hard tackle him. Yeah, but he doesn't need that instruction. Might need to tight mark him if he becomes a problem. Teco also can be a problem. I know this team quite well. So turn him onto his right foot. And we'll go again. They've had 3 shots, none on target. And they are 1-1. There's that Teco. He can be a little bit of a problem, Teco. And Barca, so down the left, they are quite a problem sometimes. Good ball over the top, offside. Well, it was always going to be tight. We were never going to run away with this. It was always going. Look at who they're playing the best again. Aguilera and Camalo. Oof, that was a good strike, but straight at him. One at home is not going to be enough. We're going to have to play better than this. Although sometimes I think this team plays better away from home rather than at home, because we don't change the mentality away or home. And sometimes I think it just catches teams out. And at home they are expecting us to attack. But this is not good, although our shots on target ratio is really good. We're just not getting enough of them. We're not, and if we don't do something here, they are going to score eventually. I'm going to demand more. Which doesn't really tie in with what I told them before the game. Oh, come on, boys. Good tackle, good cover, Perez. They're getting sloppy again. Getting really sloppy again. Goal kick, referee. And this, I don't like it when the boys decide to play out from the back. I don't really like that at all. And this run at defence, you see again, the dribbling in terms of the graphics is not good. So you never know how well they're doing. The dribbling does not look good. And you don't really know if they're going past their men or not. Although the dribbling is better than it was over the last couple of years, it's still not a good standard. Oh, that's it. Just run past the ball. Come on, boys. Before half time. Let's get one in the net. Come on, Perez. Into the box. Thanks for letting me know, David. It's always I'm always happy when people say that it's working for them. I've had a lot of comments with people saying things are working better for them. I just wish I could get it to work for myself. It's like I'm good at telling others how to do it, but I can't get it to work for my own team. We will get there. Barso, you see Barso? Barso is, I reckons, I've changed the tactic here, mate, and things are going okay. Not brilliantly. 2 key passes. He is a nightmare to... I'm going to have to tight mark him. Where is he playing? He's on the midfield. I'm going to get my... Who can I get to tight mark him? So I can't have my fullback take him out. I think just for now, I think we'll just... Whatever zone he's in... But he is an absolute nightmare. Somebody sit on him. Somebody sit on him and make sure he can't do any damage. We'll be slightly the better team. I have said that before and it worked, but I'm not sure it's the right thing to do here. It's time for everyone to dig in. You weren't that bad, but you can still improve. You were absolute rubbish, but I'll lie to you for this moment. Yeah, Barca is like, he's such a good player. I'd actually sign him if he was available. They've got another midfielder as well who is an exception. Oh, I don't like free kicks here. But thankfully we seem to have got away with that, because sometimes they just pass it to the opposition. Come on, boys. Let's get a win here. Let's get another green dot on the screen. Morale will be good. Well done. Kamalo again tracking back. Oh, we're in. Go on, Aguilera. Go on, son. Oh, it's just not happening, is it? It's just not happening. Pineda is poor. Perotti is poor. Thank goodness for Kamalo and Aguilera. Let's swap those two over in a minute. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to say swap positions with Perotti, so that they're moving about. I don't have many options in terms of strikers. So if we just get them to switch around. Yeah, there they go. They move around a little bit. Go on, Aguilera, son. Come on, boys. You've got another couple of goals in you. I know you have. Oh, Daldi. I'm going to tell them to dribble less, because that's not working. Pass the ball. We're good at passing, good at creating little through ball situations. Oh, very nice, but not got the space there. Go on, keep going, keep probing, keep probing. You're almost there. Oh, this final is going to be tight then, all the way down to the last minute, is it? That's not what we want to do. Low crosses. All right, I think somebody needs to come off. Looking like Pineda needs to come off. Reluctant to take him off, though. He's my main goal scorer. Oh, Kamalo's injured. Just exactly what I wanted. Right. Twisted ankle would be out for a few weeks then. Bit of experience maybe, or somebody young. Or Maxi Alves. He's back. Let's get him up to fitness. 6.2, Anderson Jesus. He's got to go. And I will swap those over. One of these. Perotti's slightly better, but I prefer to have Pineda. This player's not playing. Look at that. Marcos is a 6.4 as well. Sasme, maybe. He's nervous. Marquinhos is nervous. Yeah, I just did that. So it didn't save my changes there. What? What? Can you remember? This game is glitching. Can you remember what changes I made? Anderson Jesus came off. Maxi Alves came on for Kamalo. and Perotti came off. Kardec came on for Perotti. I think that was it, wasn't it? Wish this game stopped glitching. Come on, boys, come on. We got another goal. No, we haven't. No, I don't care if he's a yellow card. We have to win. Flamenco can play in the next leg. Aguilera is also very tired. Where's the way through? It's like the craziest game. And again, there's like just giving the ball away. My team are not themselves. Earlier in the season, they were not playing this bad. In fact, nobody could beat them. No one could get anywhere near them. We won about 40 of our 50 games. And the others were draws. We only lost once. But now they just can't seem to play. And this is with the change tactic as well, so... Come on, boys. Come on. You've got one more goal in you. This is where I need Kamalo. Oh, it's not coming, is it? Aguilera is tired. Redondo's tired as well. Who am I going to take off? Redondo's not playing as well. Helinho. Come on, Helinho. Do me a favour. We've pretty much dominated the game again. So frustrating when you have all these games that you're absolutely dominating, but you just can't get the goals. Go on, son. Penalty, ref? No. Oh, oh, this game, come on. How many chances do we have to squander? Again, we still got the ball. Do not give it away here. This is the transition stuff. We've got to be really careful, David, in terms of transition. Going forward is when you're at your most vulnerable. They're in good shape here. The shape is good at the back. But if they make a mistake around here, everybody's gone forward. Talking of which, let's tell him, go and look for that goal. Go and look for that goal, Mr. Naldi. Get yourself up there. Look how many players we've got forward now. 7 players. Oh, another chance. And that was Naldi, was it? No, Cipriano. The game we've pretty much controlled. Just the own goal cost us. They haven't done anything apart from that one cross that was the own goal. All my players are tired now. I think I want to keep the back 4 in shape. I don't want to lose a goal now. Because Cipriano's out of position. So I think I want to keep the back 4 in shape. and let Naldi wander up the pitch. Offside. Well done, boys. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 very, very tired players. Oh, no. Don't do that. Oh, no. Have we given away a penalty? I think we have, haven't we? They haven't been in the game. An own goal and a penalty. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. I think that's justice, FM. They haven't been in the game. But they'll probably score from the corner now instead. The corner's not finished yet, Jenk. This game has got one nasty thing left to do. Oh! Right. We're tired, so we've got to defend a little bit more. Naldi will have to come off his attack. We can't afford to do that now. Still 3 minutes or so to go. Their finishing is appalling. We've been the better team again, quite clearly. We're not winning the balls in midfield. Nicely done. I've got one tactic left that might suit these guys. It does seem to me this game has become all about changing your tactic. That's it, full time, 1-1. It's not a defeat, but we were the home team, and that doesn't look very good. I thought it was over 2 legs. Was that it? There's no way we could have won the trophy today. What is my assistant talking about? It's over 2 legs. Yeah, second leg here. What is he on about? So that's what we're going to do now. It's good because I don't have to play any games in the middle before the next episode. We'll come back for this really big game, the Atletico Mineiro. And then we'll play the second leg of the final in the next episode. There's been all sorts of glitches in this game today. I don't know what's going on at the moment. But I think there may be another change of tactic happening. Because this one didn't, for me, work. So we got to find one that does. And I think that's what this game has become. Keep changing your tactic until you find one that works. After that, then there's not much that we can do. Just wait until we see how the title pans out. But these are 2 very, very big games. So we'll come back for those 2 games next time. And hopefully I will see you all in the next episode. And hopefully you'll get to see Coritiba win the cup and lift the trophy. I'm certainly hoping so. Thank you, guys. And I will be back. What day is it today? Monday? Is it Monday? I have no idea. I think it's Monday. All days are the same to me in my life at the moment. It is Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday. And hopefully we will lift a trophy on Wednesday If not, it wasn't to be. We shall see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night. Take care. And we'll see you soon.